Seek not for events to happen as you wish, but wish for events to happen as they do, and your life will go smoothly. Epictetus. Have you ever wanted to be the person someone can't stop thinking about? Imagine being the person who, without even trying, becomes the focus of their attention and desire. What if I told you that making someone come to you as if pulled by a magnet is totally achievable? What if every moment you spend art only intensifies their desire to be closer to you, as if you've cast a spell that leaves them longing for your presence? Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not just fantasy. It's entirely possible with some simple Stoic habits. As saying goes, the more you chase something, the faster it runs away. Let it come to you today. We're diving into how you can become irresistibly magnetic by embracing principles that draw people in naturally. This isn't about using tricks or playing games. It's about enhancing your inherent qualities so powerfully that your absence feels like a missing piece in their life. We're going to tap into Stoic wisdom, a philosophy so profound that it transforms your quiet confidence into a dynamic force that pulls people toward you time and time again. If you're ready to be the one they always want to be around, you're in the right place. We'll explore habits that make you so appealing they'll feel drawn to you without even knowing. Why are you ready to see how simple it is to become the person they can't stop thinking about? Let's dive in and discover the secrets to making them eagerly await your presence. But before we dive in, I've got a challenge that will set the tone for what's about to unfold. If you're ready to step into your power and let your silence echo louder than any words, drop a comment below with the phrase, "My absence speaks." This isn't just a statement, it's a declaration of your strength, your resolve, and your commitment to becoming unforgettable. It's time to show the world and yourself that you're not just stepping back, you're stepping up in a way that will make them feel your absence like never before. Let's see how many of you are ready to embrace this powerful shift and make your presence undeniable even when you're not there. One, unshakable self-worth. So folks, let us discuss the first habit that's absolutely crucial if you want them to come to you: unshakable. Number 1. Self-worth. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Epictetus. Now, this isn't just about feeling good about yourself. It's about recognizing your value so deeply that others can't help but notice it too. When you cultivate unshakable self-worth, you're not just someone they want to be around, you become someone they need to be around. Imagine this scenario. You walk into a room and there's something about you that just commands attention. You're not the loudest person in the room, nor are you trying to be. Instead, there's a quiet confidence that radiates from you, a sense that you know exactly who you are and what you bring to the table. That, my friends, is unshakable self-worth. Now, why is this so important? Well, think about it. People are naturally drawn to those who are confident and self-assured. When you have a strong sense of self-worth, you don't need to seek validation from others because you already know your own value. And guess what? That makes you incredibly attractive. It's like the old saying goes, confidence is silent, insecurities are loud. So what exactly does it mean to have unshakable self-worth? It's about truly believing in your own value, regardless of what others might say or think. It's about knowing that you don't need anyone else to complete you, because you're already whole. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength when you grasp this truth. You become a magnet, attracting people who are drawn to your strength and confidence." But here's the thing, developing unshakable self-worth doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and it requires you to shift your mindset. You have to start valuing yourself for who you are, not for what others think of you. This means letting go of the need for approval and focusing on your own journey. Let's talk about how you can cultivate this kind of self-worth. It starts with self-reflection. Take a moment to think about your strengths, your achievements, and the qualities that make you unique. Write them down. If you need to remind yourself of these things regularly, when you focus on your positive attributes, you begin to see just how valuable you really are. Another key aspect is setting boundaries. People with unshakable self-worth don't let others walk all over them. They know when to say no and aren't afraid to do so. By setting boundaries, you're telling others that you respect yourself and expect the same from them. This in turn earns their respect and admiration. And don't forget about self-care. Taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally is a vital part of building self-worth. When you prioritize your well-being, you're sending a message to yourself and others that you are worth the effort. It's like the safety briefing on an airplane. You need to put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. When you take care of yourself, you're in a better position to help others and attract them to you. Now you might be wondering, how does this actually make people come to me? Well, here's the thing. People are naturally drawn to those who are self-assured. When you have unshakable self-worth, you exude confidence and independence. You're not clinging to others for validation, and that makes you incredibly attractive. Imagine this: you're in a relationship, but instead of constantly seeking reassurance or validation from your partner, you're living your best life. You're pursuing your goals, engaging in your hobbies, and enjoying your own company. You're not always available at their beck and call, and this creates a healthy space in the relationship. What happens next? Your partner starts to miss you. They start to wonder what you're up to, and they begin to crave your presence. Even more, your absence starts speaking. Let's take an example. Imagine Alex, who always struggled with self-worth. He constantly sought approval from his friends and partners, always worrying about what they thought of him. But then Alex discovered Stoicism and began to work on his self-worth. He started to see himself differently, not as someone who needed validation, but as someone who already had value. As Alex's self-worth grew, he noticed a change in how others treated him. His friends began to respect his opinions more. His relationships improved, and he no longer felt the need to constantly seek approval. In fact, people started coming to him for advice and guidance. They were drawn to his confidence, his calm demeanor, and his ability to stand firm in his beliefs. Now let's lighten things up a bit. Picture this: you're in a coffee shop and you see two people. One is sitting there nervously glancing around, checking their phone every 2 seconds, clearly waiting for someone to notice them. The other is calmly sipping their coffee, reading a book, totally at ease in their own company. Which person are you more likely to be drawn to? The second one, right? Why? Because they're not desperate for attention. They're comfortable in their own skin. That's the power of unshakable self-worth, folks. It's like being the person who doesn't need Wi-Fi in a coffee shop. Everyone else is searching for a connection, but you're just chilling, fully content in relationships. Unshakable self-worth is key to creating a dynamic where the other person feels drawn to you. When you value yourself, you're not afraid to walk away from situations that don't serve you. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about understanding that your time and energy are valuable, and you won't waste them on people who don't appreciate you. As Seneca wisely said, if you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. This doesn't mean you become distant or aloof. It means you have a healthy balance of independence and connection. You can be in a relationship, but you're not defined by it. This balance is incredibly attractive because it shows that you're with them by choice, not out of need. So folks, if there's one thing to take away from this, it's this: when you cultivate unshakable self-worth, You don't have to chase people. They will come to you. Your confidence, your independence, your value. They all become magnetic forces that draw others in. You'll find that your absence will start speaking for you, creating a space that others are eager to fill with your presence. So I challenge you today, start recognizing your worth, set those boundaries, and take care of yourself. The more you value yourself, the more others will value you too. And before you know it, they'll be coming to you, not because you chase them, but because they simply can't resist the pull of your unshakable self-worth. Now, if you're ready to start this journey, drop a comment below with the words, "My absence speaks." Let's declare it together and watch as your value shines through. Drawing others to you, naturally keep growing, keep shining, and remember you're worth it. Let's move on to the next habit, shall we? So folks, after hearing about the power of unshakable self-worth, you have a question in your mind. How do I maintain this sense of self-worth when life gets tough and I start doubting myself? What do I do when others try to undermine my confidence or when my own inner critic starts to get loud? This is such an important question, and I'm glad you're thinking about it. Because let's be real, we all face moments when our self-worth is challenged. Maybe you've been in a situation where someone said something that made you question your value, or perhaps you faced a setback that shook your confidence. It happens to all of us. The key is knowing how to hold on to your self-worth, even when the world tries to knock you down. First, let's talk about self-awareness when life gets tough. It's easy to start doubting ourselves. That's when you need to take a step back and reflect. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is this doubt coming from a real issue, or is it just my mind playing tricks on me? Often we let temporary feelings cloud our judgment, forgetting that our value isn't determined by a single moment or comment next. It's crucial to stay grounded, in your values. Remember what we discussed earlier. Your worth isn't tied to what others think of you. It's about who you are and what you stand for. When someone tries to undermine your confidence, remind yourself of the values and principles that define you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So keep your thoughts focused on your strengths and the positive aspect of who you are. Another strategy is to surround yourself with positive influences. It's much easier to maintain your self-worth when you're around people who lift you up rather than bring you down. Seek out those who appreciate your true value and who can remind you of your worth when you're feeling low. Lastly, don't be afraid to practice self-compassion. We're all human and we all have moments of doubt. Instead of beating yourself up, be kind to yourself. Acknowledge that it's okay to have off days, but don't let those moments define you. Remember, your self-worth is like a muscle. The more you practice reinforcing it, the stronger it becomes. By staying self-aware, grounded in your values, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and practicing self-compassion, you'll find that your self-worth becomes more resilient, even in tough times. And when you maintain that unshakable self-worth, you continue to draw people to you, no matter what challenges come your way, to master emotional control. Imagine a lighthouse standing tall on a rocky shore. It doesn't chase the boats, nor does it waver in its purpose when the seas are calm or stormy. It simply stands there, guiding ships, unwavering in its purpose and value. Your self-worth is like that lighthouse, unchanging and solid regardless of the circumstances or the validation from others. Just as ships naturally come to the lighthouse for guidance, people will come to you when you stand firm in your self-worth. Your sense of self-worth must come from within, not from the validation or opinions of others. When you are confident in your value, you become a beacon of stability that draws people to you. Just like the lighthouse, you don't need to seek out others. They will come to you because of the strength and clarity you radiate. So folks, let's dive into our second habit. Number 2. Master emotional control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Now I know what you might be thinking. Emotional control, that sounds like trying to keep a straight face when you accidentally step on a Lego barefoot. But trust me, mastering your emotions is not about becoming a robot. It's about harnessing the power of your feelings in a way that makes others naturally drawn to you. Think about it. Who do we find ourselves gravitating towards in stressful situations? The person who's calm, collected, and seems to have it all under control, right? That's because emotional control exudes strength and confidence, making you the kind of person others want to be around, in the wise words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength when you master your emotions. You're not just managing your reactions, you're controlling the narrative of how others perceive you. Imagine this scenario. You're in the middle of a heated conversation, and instead of snapping back or getting flustered, you take a deep breath, stay composed, and respond with calm and clarity. Not only does this disarm the other person, but it also makes them respect and admire your ability to stay grounded. They start to see you as a pillar of strength, someone who doesn't let the chaos of life shake their foundation. Now, I'm not saying you should bottle up your emotions. In fact, expressing your feelings thoughtfully and with intention can make your interactions even more powerful. It's about responding rather than reacting. For instance, when you express joy, do it fully. When you're upset, communicate it clearly but calmly. This measured approach makes your emotions more impactful and memorable, leaving a lasting impression on others. Here's a little humor for you. Think of mastering emotional control as being like a duck on the surface. You're gliding smoothly across the water, but underneath you might be paddling like crazy. The key is no one sees the paddling. They just see you gliding along, effortlessly handling whatever comes your way. Emotional control also introduces an element of mystery. When you're not easily ruffled, people begin to wonder what's going on in your mind. This curiosity can be incredibly magnetic. They'll start to seek out your company, eager to understand the depth behind your calm demeanor. And here's the real kicker. When you consistently practice emotional control, you'll notice that your absence starts to speak for you. People will miss the stability you bring, the way you handle situations with grace, and the calm energy you exude. Suddenly, your absence creates a void that they can't help but feel, making them realize just how much they value your presence. So folks, remember this: mastering emotional control isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about channeling them in a way that draws people in and leaves them wanting more. By embracing this habit, you'll not only strengthen your relationships, but also become someone whose presence and absence speaks volumes. Keep calm, stay composed, and watch as others naturally come to you, drawn by the quiet power you possess. Ready to see this in action? Start practicing today, and you'll soon find that your absence will start speaking for you. Imagine your brain as a thermostat in a room. External events, arguments, frustrations, or unexpected challenges are like changes in temperature. If you allow these events to control the thermostat, your emotional state fluctuates wildly. However, if you master emotional control, you set the thermostat to a comfortable level and don't let external circumstances dictate your emotions. This is emotional regulation, a key principle in neuroscience that helps you maintain equilibrium despite life's inevitable disruptions. By mastering emotional control, you become a person of strength and resilience. People are naturally drawn to those who remain calm under pressure, just as we gravitate towards environments where the temperature is stable and comfortable. Master your emotions, and you will find that people are attracted to your inner peace and stability. Number 3. Intentional communication. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Epictetus. So folks, let us discuss the third habit on our list, intentional communication. Now you might be wondering, how does communication play into making someone come to me? Well, let me tell you, communication isn't just about talking, it's about how you talk, what you say. And even when you choose to stay silent, intentional communication is like playing chess. You don't just move your pieces randomly, you make every move count. And that's what keeps your opponent, or in this case your audience, coming back for more. Imagine this scenario. You're having a conversation with someone, and instead of just filling the air with words, you choose your words carefully. You listen intently, respond thoughtfully, and speak with a purpose that resonates deeply. This isn't about crafting some grand speech, it's about making every interaction meaningful. As Epictetus wisely said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. When you communicate with intention, you create a connection that goes beyond mere words. It's an exchange of ideas, emotions, and respect. Let's break this down a bit more. Intentional communication means being present in the conversation. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about truly hearing what the other person is saying, understanding it, and then responding in a way that adds value. Let's be honest. How often do we really feel heard these days? When you're the person who listens deeply and responds with insight, you naturally draw people towards you. They'll start to see you as someone who gets them, and trust me, that's magnetic. Now, let's sprinkle in a bit of humor here. Imagine you're at a dinner party, and instead of blabbering on about your latest Netflix binge, you ask a simple yet thought-provoking question. So what's the most interesting thing you've learned this week? Watch as the room suddenly comes alive with stories, laughter, and genuine conversation. You're not just part of the conversation, you're guiding it, making it memorable. And guess what? When you leave that party, people will remember you, not just as the person who was there, but as the person who made their night meaningful. Let's not forget the power of words. As Seneca said, "Speech is the mirror of the soul. As a man speaks, so he is." Your words reflect who you are, so make them count. Be clear, be concise, and above all, be genuine. When you communicate with authenticity, you build trust, and trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. People are drawn to those they trust, and if your words consistently reflect your true self, they'll be naturally drawn to you. But here's the kicker. Sometimes the most intentional communication is silence. Yes, you heard that right. Knowing when to hold back, when to let your silence speak, is a powerful tool. It's like leaving a cliffhanger in a story. It keeps them thinking, wondering, and yes, wanting more. Your silence can create a space that they feel compelled to fill, and that's when they come to you. So folks, embrace intentional communication. Speak with purpose, listen with intent, and don't be afraid to let silence do the talking when needed. When you master this habit, you'll find that your absence will start speaking for you. People will not only miss your words, but also the unique way you engage with them. They'll come to you drawn by the authenticity and depth of your communication. Remember, in the end, it's not about how much you say, but how much of what you say truly matters. Let your words be the magnet that pulls them closer, and watch as they naturally gravitate towards you, eager for more. Now, doesn't that sound like a conversation worth having for purpose-driven living? Think of language as a finely tuned instrument. In linguistics, the choice of words, tone, and delivery can drastically change the meaning of a sentence. Intentional communication is like playing a well-composed symphony. Each note is deliberate, every phrase chosen with care. Just as musicians create harmony through precise timing and skill, you create strong connections with others by communicating with clarity and purpose. When you communicate intentionally, you speak with purpose and listen attentively. Others will be drawn to you because your words carry weight and meaning. Like a master musician, you create an atmosphere of harmony where others feel heard, understood, and respected. Number 4. Purpose-driven. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. I know it might sound like something you've heard before, but stick with me because this habit is a game share when it comes to making others naturally drawn to you. Picture this. Imagine two people in a room. One is drifting aimlessly, not really sure what they want from life, while the other is passionately talking about their goals, their dreams, and the projects they're working on. Who do you think captures more attention? It's the person who knows where they're headed. Purpose-driven people have a certain spark, an energy that is contagious and inspiring. When you're living with purpose, you radiate a kind of confidence and direction that naturally attracts others. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you align your thoughts with a clear purpose, you not only find happiness, but also become someone others admire and want to be around. Purpose gives your life meaning, and that meaning is something that others will notice and gravitate towards. Now let's not get too serious here. Living with purpose doesn't mean you have to become a monk or abandon all your earthly pleasures. It simply means knowing what you want out of life and actively working towards it. And let's be honest, who wouldn't be intrigued by someone who's got their life together? It's like being the main character in your own story. And trust me, everyone loves a good main character. Let's lighten this up with a little humor. Imagine you're at a party and everyone's chatting about their latest Netflix binge. You, on the other hand, casually mention that you've been working on a side project, maybe something creative like writing a book or learning a new skill. Suddenly you're not just another guest at the party, you're the person everyone wants to talk to. People are naturally curious about others who are driven by something bigger than themselves. And that's the magic of purpose-driven living. When you live with purpose, you create a magnetic aura around you. It's like you're a beacon, and people can't help but be drawn to your light. They see you making moves, growing, evolving, and they want to be part of that journey. It's this sense of direction that makes you stand out, making them come to you, not because you're chasing them, but because you're too busy chasing your dreams. And that, my friends, is incredibly attractive. And here's the kicker. When you're living a purpose-driven life, you don't have to be constantly present in someone's life to be on their mind. Your absence starts to speak for you. They start wondering, one, what are they up to? How are they progressing with their goals? This curiosity keeps you in their thoughts, and before you know it, they're the ones reaching out, eager to reconnect. So the next time you find yourself caught up in the daily grind, remember to check in with your purpose. What's driving you? What's your next goal? By staying connected to your purpose, you're not just improving your life, you're becoming someone others are irresistibly drawn to you. You find that your absence will start speaking for you. Find that your absence will start speaking for you, making them miss your energy, your passion, and your drive. It's a powerful way to make a lasting impression, and the best part, it's completely within your control. So let's embrace purpose-driven living and watch as people naturally come to you, drawn by the magnetic force of your ambition and dedication. Keep shining brightly, my Stoic friends, and remember, you are the main character in this story. Now let's go out there and make them want to be part of it. 5. Cultivate patience. Imagine a philosopher who contemplates life's ultimate questions. Philosophers seek truth and understanding through a constant pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. Similarly, living a purpose-driven life is akin to following a philosophical path. You are continually seeking and working towards your higher calling, your telos, as Aristotle would say. This sense of purpose becomes your compass, guiding your actions and decisions with precision. A strong sense of purpose gives you direction and determination. People are drawn to those who have clarity in their mission, just as we are captivated by those who have a deep understanding of their purpose in life. When you are driven by purpose, others will naturally follow your lead. So folks, let's dive into our fifth habit. Number 5. Cultivate patience. No great thing is created suddenly. Epictetus. Now I know patience isn't the most glamorous habit out there, but trust me, it's a game share when it comes to making people gravitate towards you. Patience is like the secret sauce that adds depth to your character. It's the quiet strength that tells others I'm in control and I don't need to rush, and believe me, that's attractive. Imagine this, you're in a situation where things aren't moving as fast as you'd like. Maybe you're waiting for someone to respond, or perhaps a situation to resolve itself. Instead of getting frustrated or acting impulsively, you stay calm. You understand that good things take time, and you're not about to let impatience ruin the outcome. This calm demeanor not only gives you peace of mind, but also shows others that you're not easily shaken. People are naturally drawn to this kind of stability. Marcus Aurelius once said, "No great thing is created suddenly." This quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of patience. When you practice patience, you're not just sitting around waiting. You're showing that you have the strength to wait for the right moment, which makes your presence even more valuable. Think about it, when you're patient, you're not chasing after things or people. Instead, they find themselves coming to you, drawn by your unwavering calm and confidence. So cultivate patience, folks. It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing the right thing at the right time. By embracing patience, you send a powerful message. You're someone who values quality over speed, depth over superficiality. And trust me, you'll find that your absence will start speaking for you. People will begin to realize the calm, centered presence they're missing and will be eager to reconnect. So stay patient, stay focused, and let them come to you. After all, good things truly do come to those who wait. 6. Radiate positivity. Think of the process of growth in biology, whether it's a seed growing into a tree or a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. These processes require time, patience, and the right conditions. Cultivating patience in life is similar to allowing nature to take its course. Just as we don't rush the growth of a plant, we must understand that patience is necessary for the evolution of relationships, opportunities, and personal growth. Patience is a virtue that fosters long-term success and stability. When you cultivate patience, you allow things to develop at their own pace, much like nature unfolds over time. People will come to you because they recognize your calm, composed, and steady approach to life. So folks, let us discuss our 6th habit. Number 6. Radiate positivity. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Now I know what you're thinking, being positive sounds great, but how does it make someone come to you? Well, let me tell you, positivity is like a magnet. When you're the person who sees the silver lining, who finds the light, even in the darkest situations, people can't help but be drawn to you. It's like you become a beacon of hope in a sea of uncertainty, and who wouldn't want to be around that? Imagine this, you're at work and things are hectic, everyone's stressed, tensions are high, but there you are cracking a little joke, keeping things light and offering a smile that says, "Hey, we've got this." Suddenly you're not just another face in the crowd. You're the person everyone wants to be around because you make things easier just by being there. Seneca once said the greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach, and one of those blessings is the ability to choose our attitude. No matter the circumstances, positivity isn't just about being cheerful, it's about creating an atmosphere where people feel good just being near you. It's contagious when you radiate positivity. Others start to feel uplifted around you, and they'll naturally gravitate toward you, because you're the person who makes their day a little brighter. It's like being a human. Sunshine, everyone needs a little light in their life, and here's the best part: when you're consistently positive, you'll find that your absence will start speaking for you. People will miss that uplifting energy you bring to the table, and they'll come seeking it even when you're not around. So folks, let's start spreading that positivity and watch as others are irresistibly drawn to your side, eager to bask in the warmth of your presence. After all, who wouldn't want to be around someone who makes them feel like everything's going to be all right? Think of positivity as energy in physics. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but only transferred or transformed. When you radiate positivity, you are like a powerful source of energy that influences and uplifts everything around you. Just as in physics, where energy spreads and affects other particles, your positive energy spreads to others and lifts their spirits. By radiating positivity, you become a force that people are drawn to. Your energy brightens the atmosphere, just as a light source illuminates a dark room. Those around you will gravitate towards your warmth and joy, because positive energy is contagious and transformative. So folks, let us discuss the seventh habit. Number 7. Be unpredictable. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Marcus Aurelius. Now you might be thinking, how does unpredictability make someone come to me? Well, let me tell you, it's all about keeping them on their toes, adding a bit of mystery and excitement to the mix. Imagine this: you're always doing the same things, saying the same things. Eventually, it becomes routine, right? And routine can lead to complacency. But when you're unpredictable, you become intriguing, someone they can't quite figure out. And that's captivating. Picture this: you're usually the person who texts first every morning, but one day you don't. Suddenly they're wondering what's going on. Why haven't they texted? This little shift stirs curiosity and makes them think about you even more. As Seneca wisely said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. By being a bit unpredictable, you're exercising your freedom and showing that you're not bound by patterns. Being unpredictable doesn't mean being unreliable. It's about adding a twist now and then surprise them with a spontaneous date, a random act of kindness, or even taking a different approach in a conversation. This keeps the relationship fresh and exciting. Remember, unpredictability sparks interest, and interest leads to attraction. So embrace your spontaneous side, and you will find that your absence will start speaking for you. They'll begin to crave your presence because they never quite know what to expect. Keep them guessing, and they'll keep coming back for more. 8. Show genuine interest in others. In game theory, unpredictability can be a powerful strategy. When your next move is unknown, your opponents must remain on guard, unable to predict your actions. Similarly, in life, being unpredictable keeps others intrigued. If your actions are always expected, you become routine. But when you introduce unpredictability, you create a sense of mystery and excitement that draws people in. Being unpredictable adds a layer of complexity to your interactions with others. It keeps them guessing and interested, much like a dynamic strategy in a game that continually evolves. When you master the art of unpredictability, you become someone people are fascinated by and eager to understand. So folks, let us discuss the 8th habit. Number 8. Show genuine interest in others. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Stephen Covey. Now you might be thinking, how does showing interest in others make them come to me? Well, let's dive into it. When you genuinely care about others, it's like opening a door that invites them in. People naturally gravitate towards those who make them feel valued and understood. It's not just about listening to what they say. It's about truly hearing them and engaging with their thoughts and feelings. Imagine this. You're having a conversation with someone, and instead of just waiting for your turn to speak, you ask them thoughtful questions. You're curious about their day, their dreams and their worries. Suddenly they feel like they matter, like they're not just another face in the crowd. Crow, as Epictetus wisely said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This simple act of listening can turn a casual acquaintance into someone who looks forward to being around you. And here's where the magic happens. When you show genuine interest, people start associating you with comfort, trust, and warmth. They'll find themselves drawn to you, wanting to be in your presence because you make them feel good about themselves. They'll seek you out, even in your absence, because they miss that feeling of being truly seen and heard. So, my friends, embrace this habit, and you will find that your absence will start speaking for you. People will long for the connection you provide, and before you know it, they'll be coming to you eager to share their world with someone who genuinely cares. Ready to make this change? Let's keep going. In sociology, we study human behavior and the social connections that bind us. Showing genuine interest in others is like understanding a complex social network. Each interaction builds a bridge, a connection that strengthens the web of relationships. The more you invest in understanding others, the stronger and more resilient your social network becomes. When you show genuine interest in others, you build deep, meaningful connections. Just as a sociologist observes and seeks to understand the complexities of human behavior, you too must listen, engage, and care about those around you. People will come to you because they feel valued and appreciated, knowing that your interest in them is sincere. So folks, let us discuss our 9th habit. Number 9. Embrace solitude. Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings. Seneca. Now I know what you're thinking. How does spending time alone actually make someone come to you? But hear me out. When you're comfortable in your own company, you exude a quiet confidence that's irresistibly attractive. It's like being the eye of the storm, calm, centered, and completely in control while everything else swirls around you. Imagine this. You're not the person constantly seeking out company or validation. Instead, you're content with your own thoughts, enjoying a good book, or simply reflecting on life. People notice that they see that you're not desperate for attention, and suddenly they find themselves drawn to your tranquility. It's as if your self-sufficiency creates a magnetic pull, making them wonder what you're up to and why you're so at peace. Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is in your power to withdraw yourself whenever you desire." Perfect tranquility within consists in the good ordering of the mind. By embracing solitude, you're not just stepping back, you're creating a powerful space where your absence becomes noticeable, even profound. It's like the classic case of, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. So next time you feel the urge to reach out, pause, take a moment for yourself. Find joy in your own company, and you'll find that your absence starts speaking for you. People will begin to miss your presence, drawn to the mysterious allure of someone who doesn't need constant validation. Remember, folks, by mastering the art of solitude, you're not pushing them away. You're drawing them in more powerfully than ever before. So go ahead, embrace those quiet moments, and watch as they come to you, eager to be part of your peaceful world. Imagine an astronomer studying the stars in the stillness of the night. In solitude, away from the noise and distractions of the world, the astronomer can observe the universe in all its beauty and complexity. Similarly, embracing solitude allows you to explore the depths of your own inner universe, gaining clarity, insight, and peace. In an ecosystem, every living organism plays a role, contributing to the balance and health of the whole. Kindness, much like a key species in ecology, has a ripple effect that influences the entire system. When you are consistently kind, you create an environment where positivity flourishes, relationships grow stronger, and communities become more cohesive. Number 10. Be consistently kind. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness. Seneca. Consistent kindness creates a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the immediate moment. Like a thriving ecosystem, kindness nurtures relationships and fosters a sense of community. People will come to you because kindness is a rare and valuable trait that fosters trust, warmth, and connection. Solitude is not loneliness, but rather a powerful space for reflection and growth. Just as the astronomer finds meaning in the quiet vastness of space, you too can find strength and wisdom in moments of solitude. People will come to you because they sense your deep inner peace and strength, qualities that are cultivated in silence and reflection. Now I know what you might be thinking. Kindness. Really, how is that going to make anyone come to me? Well, let me tell you, kindness is like a secret superpower that often gets overlooked. When you're consistently kind, you create an environment where people feel safe, appreciated, and most importantly, drawn to your presence. Imagine this: you're the person who always has a smile, a kind word, or a helping hand, ready over time. People begin to associate you with warmth and positivity. They might not realize it immediately, but they'll start seeking you out because you make them feel good. Who wouldn't want to be around someone like that? As the great Seneca once said, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. By embodying this principle, you become a magnet for positive interactions. Let's be honest, folks, nobody is attracted to someone who is cold, distant, or unkind. Even the toughest personalities appreciate a bit of kindness now and then. When you consistently show kindness, you're not just making others feel valued, you're subtly letting them know that they're important in your life. And guess what? They'll start to feel like something's missing when you're not around. It's like leaving a little piece of sunshine wherever you go, and who wouldn't want more of that? So be that beacon of kindness, and you'll find that your absence will start speaking for you. People will notice when you're not there, and they'll come to you, seeking the warmth and positivity that only you can provide. Remember, kindness isn't just a nice habit. It's a powerful tool to draw people into your life and keep them there. Keep shining, and watch as the world comes to you. These habits, grounded in Stoic principles, will help you become someone who naturally draws others in, making them eager to be around you and miss you when you're not there.